Well, okay, here's a trick that I have too. This is what I tell myself. I say, I hope that I hate everything that I make a year after I make it, because a year later, I want to be looking at it and going, wow, I'm so much better now. So every time I make something, I'm like, if I hate this in a year, I've done my job.
Welcome to Color Me Happy podcast. I'm your host, Brandi Hofer. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful for your time, and I'm excited for you to dive into these raw and authentic conversations with creatives from around the world. Be sure to pop this in your ear when you're working in the studio and you need a friend, or if you're having your morning coffee, or if you're going on a walk. All good things to, get inspired through authentic conversation with other creatives. We ultimately want you to see your everyday ordinary as extraordinary and really tap into the idea that creativity is power, and we want to see you grow. Be sure to join our Color Me Happy community. Follow Color Me Happy podcast on Instagram and Brandi Hofer Studios to stay tuned, and feel free to reach out anytime. We're happy to chat. Let's get started. Okay, so it's hilarious. So Bailey contacted me and was like, how about Megan? And I'm like, yep. And they're like, did you check her out? I was like, yeah, of course I did. Like, we're good. And then I was at a live performance art where you do like event art at the Remy Modern in Saskatoon, and I went through their gift shop and like got like new earrings and all these things, and I have 3 boys, so I got all these like art prompts and stuff, and then I took it to my art academy and I was like, oh my gosh, the art prompts, they're making, I'm sure. Like, this is hilarious that I bought it, didn't even like really know.
Just a total coincidence.
Crazy.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So just so you know, your products are bringing joy to many, many hundreds of kids all the time.
Good. I love to hear that. Yeah.
Yes. So let's start from the beginning, because I want to know you better and I want our audience to know you better. Like, how did you get into like the publishing, and like, did you go to school? Did you start with illustration? And of course, our topic for today that you chose was how to work through creative blocks and self-doubt, which we're all human, so we struggle.
Relatable,
right?
I think. Yeah.
So how'd you get into this?
So I went to school to study film and television production, which is different from what I'm doing now. But I think that set the foundation for like a creative career for sure, because that's really non-traditional and highly creative and collaborative as well. And I moved out to LA. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New Hampshire. And I moved out to LA to do that job, and got out here and kind of realized that culture and that like lifestyle was not really for me. It was just very intense, really demanding. And I said, I don't think I want to do this.
Like evenings and weekends and editing.
Yeah.
Or like.
Yeah. And there's just like, there's a lot of egos and people that are really hard to deal with. So I did that for a minute and then said, I think I want to switch.
Also covering I think it would, like, the soft stories are fun. Like, and this is coming from like a recent, I was with CBC doing another live event the next night, and then I went for coffee with members of their team and like got to know them better. And I've also had friends who work in media, and I agree with you, like the collaboration component, so cool.
Fun. Yeah, it's the best thing about it for sure.
Yeah, but like then you have to like cover this terrible story or meet like the worst humans alive, and it's like you're like, that sucks.
It's a real mixed bag. Yeah, definitely. So
which everything is, but you have to take it like, is it 75% shit,
and it's also personal for you, like it's what's 75 for you could be 100% for someone else, you never know. But for me, I tried it out and I said no. No thanks.
Mark Manson, who writes The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which is a highly popular book but in his book, he says everything sucks some of the time.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hear about the job you chose. That you'll take the suck for this one.
Yeah. Well, there was a short period in between film and TV and illustration where I thought I wanted to be a teacher. And I know
Sorry that I laughed.
no,
I love
it's
teachers.
I know we
I
love
am
teachers.
one. Yeah.
I'm married to a teacher actually. So I had just met my then boyfriend, but future husband, who is a teacher, and he was like loving his job and loving his life. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do that because you're making it look really good. So I like enrolled in a credential program and very, very quickly, so fast, realized like, I don't think I can do this either. This is not going to work out. Because there were so many people in the room that seemed so passionate about education. And I felt like I was just kind of brought to that because I was like lost, not because I had a passion for education. So yeah, quickly decided.
Some teachers really like kids.
Yeah. And
like,
I mean, it was so great to see.
In really small moments, but like if it was like, could you imagine like being there all the time? Like teachers deserve triple salaries and so many awards and accolades. Like they do this all the time. Like,
yeah, they put up with a lot.
Yeah, real saints. Yeah.
But yeah, so while I was doing that, I had taken sort of a interim position at a school where I was a receptionist basically, and I had a lot of downtime at that job because I had to sit at a desk and just like answer the phone, and I wasn't really allowed to leave the desk ever. So if there wasn't stuff going on, I was just kind of sitting there. So I started like drawing at my desk, and I had drawn as a kid. It wasn't like a new skill that I had just started, but I was always kind of into art and like creative stuff, but sort of reignited that spark while I was at that job because I had so much free time. So then eventually I opened an Etsy shop and then started taking on some freelance work, just doing like little doodles for friends and family and stuff like that. And eventually it got to a point where I felt like I think I can leave this desk job and try this full time. And I did it, and we've just been growing ever since. So yeah, that's how we got here.
Amazing. And then, so you went the publishing route, or did you self-publish first?
So the books, I do a lot of different stuff, actually. I do some licensing, and then I do like social media posts. I do, projects for other brands and things like that. But I also obviously do publishing. So the children's book, I have a children's book series. It's called Can You Do This? And you know it. And I originally wrote that book and tried to self-publish it, but really didn't know what I was doing. It was very early on in my freelance illustration journey. And, maybe like 5 people bought it. I like gave it to some friends and family for their baby shower gifts, and it was well received. They seemed to like it, but I just didn't have the skills or like the knowledge to know what to do with it at that point. So I set it aside for a really long time, kind of put it on the shelf. And I was always like, I love this idea, but it feels incomplete. So we'll have to revisit it at some point. And then if we fast forward like 6 years, I had this other idea for a card deck that is called the Endless Art Challenge. And I had pitched it to Blue Star Press, who ended up publishing it. And while we were working on that project, they said to me, oh, do you have any other like book ideas or things that you want to publish? And I was like, oh, this is my chance.
I do.
Yeah. So I said, I have this other book. I have like a prototype copy it's very bad. It's not like a high quality copy at all, but I think the idea is good and I'm happy to send it to you. And they said, sure. So I sent it over and they loved it. And they said, let's make it a series. Yeah. It turned into like a whole thing, which was really fun. Yeah.
I know I have something. I literally have like a pile of, it's like a cute idea. And I'm like, but like, I've been like putting it together. I'm like, this could be better if I didn't just like self-package it. And like, I know like what income looks like and multiple income streams and the waste of time you're doing when you're sending something out by hand.
Yes.
Like, we also are creatives and we have to honor that little like curious part of ourselves. We're like, this is cute. Let's see how it goes, even if it's kind of cringy in like execution.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Like, you try and you have to fail.
Exactly. Yeah, you have
right?
to. That's the
Well,
only way to grow.
or you shelve it for a different time. Literally shelve
Yeah.
it. And I did take some to my academy kids, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" So I know that, like, maybe, I don't know, like, I'll just have to talk to Crayola or something. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's always there on top of, I don't know if you have this too as a creative, but you like too many good ideas.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure. Well, I think they're good,
can I fit in before I'm 87? Or I maybe have to live to 113 because I've got like
we got to, yeah.
and we might, because I think we're the happiest people in the whole world.
Oh, I hope you're right. That'd be
Right?
great.
There we go. I said it out loud. Put it out there.
We're manifesting, yeah.
Yeah. You know what's weird though about manifesting is it works.
I know.
I also work really hard, and I'm sure you do too, but it's something cool.
Yeah, very cool. Well, like even writing that kid's book and then doing nothing on it is manifesting in a way, I was like, I want to do this, so I'm just going to do it, and hopefully the right opportunity comes along eventually and we can make it into a real thing, and then it did. So it works.
You did step one. You got past the place where most people don't, right?
Yeah.
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 Which, again, let's go to your topic, like self-doubt. Like, what was there any times where you felt like that, and like
Oh yeah, of course.
you did struggle in that realm?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone does. If anyone tells you they don't, they're lying. They're just a liar. Yeah, definitely. I think especially the first few years that I was trying to like do this kind of thing out in the world on my own, I had a lot of self-doubt. And I remember people used to ask me like, "Oh, what do you do for your job?" And I felt so conflicted about saying I'm an artist or I'm an illustrator, because I felt like, no, I'm too new to this. I haven't like earned the title yet, but also that is what I was trying to do. So eventually I realized, oh, you just have to say it. Like you just have to practice saying it. Say, I'm an illustrator.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you can practice confidence. That's a real thing you can do, like affirmations and things like that. Just say the thing that you want to be enough, and eventually you'll get there, or you'll start to believe it. And then when you believe it, other people will believe it. So that's my trick.
I like that. Practicing confidence.
Yeah.
I know it's already taking notes. But whenever like I hear something really cool, I'm like, this is it.
Yeah. Good. You got to write it down. Yeah.
But you have a lot of guests, and you're like, I remember we said something. Don't know what it was. So practicing confidence. Okay. And I wanted to talk about that a lot, because our brains are fickle little beasts that you can trick.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So do you do that like when you're like walking around, or do you like see yourself in the mirror? And like sometimes I'm like, slay queen, you look good today.
Yeah, definitely.
When really you're like, I could have said something totally terrible, but you know what I mean? Like, or I used to like, how do you practice that? Because I think it's good for guests to know like if it's random or if it's more of a like routine thing.
I think for me at this point, it's more random. But I think if it's something that you really struggle with, you should totally build it into your routine. Like have it be, you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, I'm an artist and I'm good at it.
Yes. And now I bet you're excited to say that to people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It really, you can trick yourself into believing it's true, even if you don't think it is, which is it. And then you project that confidence and other people believe it too.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a school desk, but I'm still an artist illustrator.
Yes,
that is like my main passion. This is just my building block,
stepping stone. Yeah.
Making something greater. It is like any job that you've thought of like in the past, like you're like, that job, I wasn't all the way happy by any means, but I learned to fill in the blank, right?
Yeah.
Or like multiple things. Like if you think about like hospitality, I don't know if you ever did hospitality.
I didn't. That seems like a really hard job.
It is, but you know what? Probably like a lot of those skills are the reason I can talk to people and like feel them out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and if
absolutely.
you ever
Yeah.
have social anxiety, like you're talking to people all day, like,
Oh yeah, you're gonna get
and
over it real quick.
the hardest lesson, and it's probably because I was younger, like young 20s, like navigating people's moods, if they like, it's developing emotional intelligence basically, and knowing that if you show up as a grump and you didn't do your hair, and like you just don't make as much money.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. And it took me like 2 years to figure that out. Like, put on, like, we had to wear a uniform, which sucks.
Sure. Yeah.
Black uniform, right? So I would, like, for some reason they let me wear it. You know when scarves were in style?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some like scarves and some earrings, and then they'd be like, "Oh, your family owns the restaurant." It was a Greek restaurant that owns the restaurant because you have like this Greek scarf on. I'm like, okay. So I'm a little bit of a squirrely brain, but I was listening to this super old book, 92 Ways to Talk to People, and she
Okay.
calls it a what's it. So
Oh,
say you wore like a weird shirt with like a dog with a bow on it, or like,
yeah,
like maybe not that particular item.
but something
That's a
that's
bad example. The
interesting. Yeah.
Greek scarf is a good example. Like, it gives them like an easy in. Or when
Yeah.
I talk to people about making their house a home with like art and DIY, etc., I'm like, always have a conversational piece in your front entrance, so then people don't get that like awkward like feeling like, oh, I have to say, what am I gonna say? But like the
Yeah.
old antique sewing machine that my mom gave me, that they're like, oh, my grandma had one of those. You know what I mean? Like, where are your what's it? That's like, and then it's just like, it's easier at a party. And I know I have a podcast, but like, I sweat every time I go to art academy with those teenage girls. I am soaked and smell weird after.
So
Like, I
funny.
have social anxiety,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll get up from this and I'm just like, why am I wet? Right? Even though I'm
Yeah,
excited to meet
I can
you and it was fun,
no
but like,
totally relate. Yeah. That's actually a great idea, the conversation piece in your like entryway. I might have to steal that. I don't think we have one. I'll have to
right?
add one. Yeah.
Yeah, put up some original art, put up something so you're not like, okay,
Yeah.
well, never know when to say goodbye. I don't know if you struggle with that, but you're like, okay, where do we stop?
Yeah, definitely. It's
Like,
yeah, it's the
past awkward.
introductions and the goodbyes are always like, well, we're okay. Doing a little dance around each
Yeah,
other. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's a normal struggle. Well, and I've been put in so many situations that the old book 92 Ways to Talk to People was super useful. Like, that's also goes back to your like self-talk, right? Like,
Hmm.
positive self-talk, tricking yourself. And last year I was saying, oh, I struggle with like small talk and talking. I'm like, then listen to a freaking book about how to be better at it, or get some tricks, or get some stuff that gets you out of your head. And
Yeah.
how do you do it? Like, people, have you ever been in your life like, and I think the whole world is kind of like, a lot of the population is struggling with like victim mode. Like, the
Yeah.
world has it out for me. Have you ever like sat in victim mode and then like
Of course.
shifted to owning it, and then like the everything like starts happening?
That's a really good question. I definitely have been in victim mode before. I'm trying to remember like how I snapped out of it. I almost feel like for me it's just time. It's like that idea of like your feelings are like visitors. So they'll go eventually. Just have to wait it out. And just like let them be for a minute and then just wait for them to leave and we'll move on to the next thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
time.
if I have a trick for like snapping out of it or anything, but yeah.
No, I don't. Well, women are like we know when it's like, we know when we're gonna get the like the mood and the rest. Like,
Yeah, roller coaster of
prefer,
emotions. Yeah.
preferably rest and go in a dark room by yourself at those times. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, great advice. Time. And not only that, like, if you're young, time too, and maturity and the ability
Yeah.
to overcome any sort of thing that you're dealing with
Yeah,
is
experience definitely helps, like just having more life experiences and knowing that like, oh, this isn't going to last forever. So
right.
it's fine. Yeah.
But if you don't know, educating yourself, right?
Yeah,
Like listen to an audiobook or the podcast or take the instructional video. Like we have a wealth of knowledge at our fingertips. If you want to do something or be better, it's there.
definitely. Yeah.
Can you think of anyone that you idolize that you like? First of all, anyone you idolized in the industry where you're like, yes, and then did you ever reach out to them? Because that's also another thing you can do is like a lot of, and women in particular, are like, oh yeah, I'll help you or I'll message you back or you know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah.
I'd love to chat with you how I got published or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, well, the publisher is a great example of that because I'd never worked with a publisher. I found this particular publisher who I ended up working with on my projects through another artist online. I saw that she had posted a project she had done with them, and at the time, I was looking for someone to publish my card deck, and her project was not a traditional book either. It was like a kit of some kind. So I saw that and I thought, oh, maybe they're
who
interested.
was it? I want to know because our
It was
world's so small.
Alana Griffo. She
Oh, I
is
haven't heard
one
of
half
her.
of Good Type. She's amazing. You should definitely check her out. And also follow Good Type. But I saw that project and I thought, let me reach out to this publisher who I've never talked to before, and, and they
Good
seem
for
like they're really
you.
cool. And yeah, it all ended up falling into place, which is good for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think just pitching yourself in general as an artist is that sort of thing where you're just constantly reaching out to people, being like, "Hey, do you want to do something cool together?" And you hope they say yes, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But you never know if you don't try, right?
Right. Exactly. That's excellent. Look at you. You're just like full of it, full of great advice. Like, it's true. No one's gonna like knock on your door. The odd time, but no one's gonna knock at your door and be like, oh yeah, let's go for it. Like you are your own best advocate. And that's why I love for artists and creatives that whole gallery thing has shifted because you can take your business into your own hands. Like literally, I did get one job by someone knocking on the door, which is hilarious. But she got ordered a custom artwork, and I was like, why the school systems have all these specialized academies? Why don't they have an art academy? It's so applicable these days, like creative out of the box thinking, videography,
Yeah.
photography. Like, why aren't we empowering these kids? But also, why aren't we creating this safe space and environment? You should think about that. And then a week later, I got an email from Todd, like the head of the division. He was like, I'd love to hear about your art academy. And I was like, I don't have an art academy. I was whining and like complaining, like, these kids need art. Like, and it's not like it's just one part of it's like 25% of what I do. And I think people forget or discount like the power your words and your visions and your ideas have, and they can be one part of your life. It doesn't mean you're because it actually took 2 years because I was like, do I want to teach? I don't know if I'm good at it or if I want to.
Yeah.
Turns out I do like it part-time. But
Yeah.
again, I see all the teachers and then I'm really tired on those days. So I'm like, because
How do you do this every day?
they're so excited, right? Which I
Mhm.
get. So I get like the best of the best. Like they've signed up for art. They're like game to be there.
Yeah.
And
Art's
they
fun.
like me because they only see me part of the time, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, art is fun. But had you not like taken that, I have a little trick, and I
Okay.
wrote it in my self-published book that barely anyone's read. Uh
Let's hear it.
yeah, it's called a Be Brave Day.
Oh,
So
I like the sound of it already.
yeah, it's like the date because we don't get all the days are sunshine and rainbows. And so I said the days where you feel like the birds are chirping and the sun is shining out your ass, you got to ask, like, make your make your crazy lists, right? Like make your crazy lists
Yeah.
and start crossing it off. And if they say no, like I actually on Be Brave days where I'm so motivated, usually I start drinking coffee now. So they're like way more Be
Amped.
Brave
Yeah.
days. Yeah. I'm like, and then by 3, I'm like,
So tired crashing.
oh my
Yeah, I
gosh.
saw there's oh gosh, I can't remember her name now, but there's another girl I follow online who she started this rejection challenge and where her goal is to basically be rejected at like 100 times or something. So the whole point of it is that you put yourself out there, and if you get rejected, you actually win.
You get a star.
Yeah, but also if you don't get rejected, you also win. So
Yeah.
yeah, like let's say you
I actually
contacted
forget.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
forget that I'm like, oh, there's this watercolor set that they sent in collaboration because I randomly messaged them and now we're collaborating. Okay, I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Exactly. It's just like send those silly
nutty.
messages, take the big chances, and then if it works out, awesome. And if it doesn't, you guess what? You completed your challenge. So
It
you
wasn't
win.
the partnership for you. They don't see you. They
Yeah.
don't, they're not picking up your vibes. And you don't want to go
Mhm.
further into those anyway, right?
Yeah. You want to find your people, your good matches, and that's not going to be everybody. That's fine.
Yeah. Although they used to say that like to artists. I think I'm gonna say a decade older than you, let's just say. Uh decade more experience in the art world when it was like a little bit more mean.
Oh
And through
no.
some we used to like our art groups. I was like in the art queens, and I'm friends with the women who founded like Create Magazine and like
Mm.
Katerina Popova, and so we've talked a lot. And like it used to be apply to hundreds of galleries in a year and get like 55 rejections. I would say the
Yeah.
rejection game in that case was brutal, like
Yeah.
not fun, because that's people basically saying your art sucks. Like,
Yeah. I
like
can imagine. Yeah.
it felt different, but I would say it'd be a way more positive experience now. And you know what? Your art might suck now because actually my art wasn't as definitely wasn't there, where now I don't even think about it. I don't know. Did you ever go from like one stage of where you look back and you're like, oh, that was so bad.
Oh
And I
yeah.
can't believe I was like telling people about it.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, I know if I scroll all the way back to like the early days of my Instagram now, it's like I'm so embarrassed about it. It's not good. I
Yeah.
actually, well, okay, here's a trick that I have too. This is what I tell myself. I say, I hope that I hate everything that I make a year after I make it, because a year later, I want to be looking at it and going, wow, I'm so much better now. So every time I make something, I'm like, if I hate this in a year, I've done my job, you know?
Yeah, you're growing. I
Yeah.
love that. That's great. Okay, we got some fire questions for you to end the episode. I just want to know your favorite like meal
My
because
favorite meal. Oh
I
man.
just love food and like I want to know.
Oh, this is a fun question. You know what? I've been really into ramen lately, but I'm a vegetarian, so it sometimes I struggle to find
I
like a ramen
struggle.
that's good and that I want to eat or I can't eat. But I found this one vegan ramen here in LA that is so good. I like dream about it. It's at a place called Red White Boneless Ramen, and it's very good. I can't
Uh,
recommend it enough. It's like a yuzu sesame ramen, so good.
my mouth is watering. It's definitely lunchtime.
Actually, yeah,
Because
I might order that
one
right
of
now.
the best places in the world to be vegan.
I know, yeah, it's true.
Like I'm in the prairies in Canada and like very few specialty things. So I have to like cook it all from scratch
Yeah, yeah,
myself.
yeah.
But like and when I ever go to a big city, I literally walk around and like eat everything and stop everywhere I can because I'm just like it's such a treat.
You gotta sample it all, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you a tea or coffee or drinker?
Definitely coffee. For sure
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
What kind? Like what kind?
I'm not really picky about it. I honestly I just have the like coffee pods that you put in the like the K cups. I just do that most of the time. It's so easy.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm new into coffee, but I do have the machine where it's fresh.
My husband is much more into like specialty coffees, so I let him order if we're gonna do something fancy because I don't really know any better.
What's your husband's name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Okay. What kind of, if you're vegan, what kind of milk do you use? And this is where people are going to drop off. They're like, you're a dork.
Usually we do almond. Sometimes I'll do oat milk.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's easy to get oat out there in the world these days.
It is, yeah.
I'm
it's
like,
everywhere.
when I knew I should have invested in oat milk 10 years ago.
Oh man, yeah. We gotta get a time machine and go back.
I would like ask investors, and I told them, I was like, Earth's own nut milks. And they were like, you can't just decide to invest in like one company. That's not how investing works. So then I got geeky into investing, but I never actually took the full plunge of private versus whatever. But yeah, I would have been like
all over that oat milk.
Swimming in it, right? Like, because Starbucks picked it up, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, and it's Earth's own. I knew it. If only I could have like a partner who is like, oh, she has investing intuition, and I will do the rest of the work.
You know what? We got to figure out what's the oat milk of today, and we'll get you to invest in that. And then 10 years from now, you'll be like, yes, I made the right call.
Right? I do have something. I wrote it down, and I do have another thing where I was like, that is it. But again, I don't like reading charts, so
yeah, that would make it hard.
I'll just paint another mural to make more money. It'll be fine.
That works too.
Yeah, right? And then people are like, and then invest it, dummy. Yeah, so okay. But if you're not dorky into coffee and you won't go past the pod, you probably won't make your own milk. I make my own milk.
You do?
Oh yeah, because I can't have oats or almonds, so it ruined my like.
Do you have cows, or how are you doing that? What are you doing?
I did need a health nut who had her own cow last month, which I was like, good, and she is like, her arms were like,
oh, strong.
I was like, good for you. That must be your cow.
Yeah.
We've just gotten so off topic. I love it. No, I got like a food sensitivity blood work done. And so, and then Elmhurst makes like walnut milk, and it's like 2 coffees worth. So you're like, okay, I can't keep spending $12 for
on the tiny little bottle. Yeah. So you make walnut milk.
I make hemp heart walnut milk because of the niacin, and this is how dorky I am, because of the niacin, and it helps heart disease and stuff. And my husband has like a predisposition to heart disease, so I'm like, I'll make you your ultimate supplement, and
medicine and milk. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're drinking it every day in coffee, like, you have to think about it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
That's
okay.
Cool.
If you had back to art, if you had unlimited funds for one day for your community, or like your community is pretty big, but like maybe your pod, or your friends, like your art friends or whatever you view as your community, what would you do? What would you gift them with those unlimited funds?
Oh my gosh. This is so fun to think about, but it's like, you get way off track really fast because you're like, whoa, unlimited, what can I do?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say I'm pretty big advocate of animal rescue. So I feel like definitely I would throw a huge chunk of money at like some local animal rescues, probably the one I got my dog from, but if I have unlimited funds, we'll just give it to all of them.
You have to be best friends with Katherine Heigl.
Okay,
like, sure. So into that. She's in my drawing class. She's in my portrait class, and I'm just like, how did this happen?
Yeah, give her my email. Let's be friends.
Yeah, you guys can be. I'm sure she's in LA lots.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Best friends over dogs.
I'm available. Yeah, I'm available for that. And then I think I'm definitely from a generation that like really overpaid for college. So I would love to like help everyone I know who spent way too much money on school get out of debt, because I have a lot of friends that are still in debt. family members who are still in debt. So yeah, I think I would pay off like everyone's debt so we could all start clean, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
thinking practically a little bit right now.
I love your brain. You have such a great positive brain. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for
And
you.
then
Those
I don't
are,
know.
yeah, great.
And then if I had to pick like one fun thing,
Yeah, unresponsible. Let's
yeah, like
go.
your irresponsible thing. I don't know. I'd probably buy myself a bunch of houses all over the world so I can just travel and have somewhere to stay whenever I want.
And bring all your art friends with you.
And yeah, bring all my art friends and all my dogs.
The plane, private, maybe not a private jet, but a plane full of
yeah.
of animals and people.
Yes.
Flying around. Yeah, irresponsible. You're right. I said unresponsible. I don't think that's a word.
It is now. We said it. So.
Okay, super nice to meet you. I want to have you on again. This was lots of fun.
Yeah.
And usually I have time for like an hour and I just don't. I gotta go see those kids, and somehow I decided to plan a massive school like orchard garden. So I've got to see it through.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Go
like,
take care of that orchard.
We literally have like machinery coming and a team of people. So
cool.
It's fun, but like
a lot of work probably.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I regret it a little bit.
It'll be fun when it's done though. It'll be good.
Yeah, the apple orchard is done, so it's cute. It'll be fun to see in 15 years, and like seeing kids like in the sculptures and then have the apples and be like lounging with art and fruit.
Oh, that sounds so nice. I want to come.
You're probably going to get off here and you're like, this is the most random, weird conversation I've ever had. Never want to talk to her again.
No way. This is fun. I'd come back anytime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to chat to you more because your products are just they're just like a breath of fresh air. And I actually want to do some of your prompts with the kids. So we'll see. I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, have a great day.
Okay, you too. Thank you, Brandi.
Bye.
Bye.
Cannot wait. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Brandi Hofer Studios anytime. I'm happy to chat. That's where I sit. And I'm so glad you're here, and I cannot wait for you to dive in. So give us a like and subscribe and check the rest of our channel.
If you want to feel empowered and inspired, like and subscribe for more. And if you want to get creative, check out all our art hacks on this channel.